Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. From another headlines as usual. Prime Minister requests developing self-reliant and modern defense industry. Promoting Vietnam and Laos judicial cooperation. And later on, revelations on altered localization ratio to be revoked. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc received Prosecutor General of the Supreme People's Procuracy of Laos, Slicey in Hanoi on August 22nd. Welcoming the Lao guests, President Phúc appreciated the effective cooperation between two procuracy agencies of the past time. This is a condition for the two sides to share information and experiences in judicial activities, Phúc stressed. The state leader affirmed that Vietnam is always ready to support the Lao Supreme People's Procuracy in all aspects and willing to provide scholarships for Lao procuracy officials. Prosecutor General Slicey, for his part, expressed gratitude for the president's welcome. He briefed the host leader on the cooperation between two procuracy agencies, including their close coordination in organizing the 7th Conference of the People's Procuracies of Localities sharing the common borderline. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on August 22nd requested the development of a self-reliant and modern defense industry on the back of 3 key factors, namely scientific capacity, human resources, and institution building. Prime Minister Chính made the request at the Central Military Commission's conference in Hanoi on the implementation of the 13th Politburo resolution on promoting the development of defense industry till 2030 and following years. The Prime Minister ordered continuing to rearrange key defense industry establishments toward establishing modern and effective defense industry complexes, build special policies and mechanisms to draw high-quality human resources, funding, and science technology for the field. He called for attention to developing the defense industry in the National Industrial Development Strategy and reinforcing collaboration among ministries, agencies and localities and international cooperation in the field. Vice Secretary of the Central Military Commission and Minister of National Defense General Phan Van Giang suggested ministries and agencies promptly concretize the resolution's contents into action plans, projects and roadmap. He also stressed the need to perfect institutions and legal corridor to realize the resolution and meet the target set. The National Assembly's Standing Committee and the government jointly held a conference in Hanoi on August 22nd to review progress of the law and ordinance making program in the 15th annual. The conference drew the participation of officials from ministries, sectors, central agencies, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee, and the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The delegates highly valued the Parliament's legislative reforms, including the expanded collection of feedback from people, businesses, experts, scientists, and especially the groups subject to draft laws, thus practically helping improve the draft's quality. National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ asked relevant parties to continue working closely with one another while listening to people and the business community so as to finalize difficult bills and secure high consensus. The top legislator also called for continued reforms of the lawmaking process and especially thorough grasping of the Party Central Committee's directions for anti-corruption. It also emerged to build mechanisms and rules for fighting corruption even during the lawmaking process and preventing policy corruption or group interests, he noted. Delegations from the Ministries of Justice of Vietnam and Laos held talks in Hanoi on August 22nd. Speaking at the talks, Vietnamese Minister of Justice Lê Thành Long highly appreciated the results of legal and judicial cooperation between Vietnam and Laos over the past 40 years. The Ministry of Justice of Vietnam will continue to support the work of perfecting the institution based on the needs of Laos and receive Laos students to study in Vietnam. The two sides agreed to strengthen cooperation in settling nationality-related cases of both sides' citizens. As for the Vietnamese-funded ODA project to support the Lao National Academy of Justice, the two ministries of justice agreed to work closely to finish the project in December this year, meeting the needs of training human resources for the Lao side. The northern province of Bắc Giang earned some $290 million from lychee sales and support services in 2022, according to the Provincial People's Committee. A total of 75,900 tons of lychee from Bắc Giang was shipped abroad, making up 38% of the accumulative sales. China, the US, Australia, Japan, the Republic of Korea, the Middle East, and some Southeast Asian nations were the main importers of the fruit. Bắc Giang's lychee, whose harvest season often lasts from mid-May to the end of July, is viewed as the national hub of the tropical fruit. The lychee has been sold across the country and put on shelves of major supermarkets like Go, Mega Market, Harper, along with domestic and foreign e-commerce platforms. Bắc Giang will go to expand domestic consumption channels, promote sales through e-commerce platforms, and boost exports to promising markets like Japan, the EU, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, apart from China, its traditional market. Regulations on the automobile localization ratio will be abolished on October 10, 2022, after having been in force for almost 20 years. The Ministry of Science and Technology in mid-August just enacted a circular to rescind current regulations on methods to calculate the automobile localization ratio in Vietnam. The new circular will take effect from August 1st this year. Under the current regulations, Vietnam calculates the automobile localization ratio by clusters of components produced in the country. Meanwhile, other countries calculate this as a percentage of domestic production.